Why are we reading from St. Peter's first letter on St. Mark's feast day? Because according to ancient tradition, Mark spent time as a young man working with Peter in Rome. This was not long after Mark left Barnabas and Paul halfway through their first missionary journey, right after the trio had an encounter with a demon-possessed magician. Perhaps Mark felt he couldn't handle the rigors of life on the road, or perhaps the incident with the magician frightened him too much. Whatever the case, it must have been embarrassing for him to walk away like that. But the Lord wasn't done with Mark. During Peter's own missionary journey, he met Mark and welcomed him as a companion and fellow evangelist. During their time together, Mark collected many of Peter's recollections about his life with Jesus and eventually crafted them into the first gospel. After Peter's martyrdom in Rome, Mark traveled through northern Africa preaching the gospel. He settled in Alexandria, Egypt, where he established the first church in Africa. He then rejoined Barnabas for a missionary journey to Cyprus, and then, after Barnabas's death, returned to Alexandria to lead the thriving church. He spent his remaining years there until he was martyred in AD 68. What a journey! Mark could have given up after his embarrassment with Paul and Barnabas. He could have returned home to Jerusalem and settled in with his mother and the believers who gathered in her home. But the message of the gospel was too compelling. Mark had to keep sharing it. So he went from being a failed missionary to the adopted son of the first pope, to the author of the first gospel, to the founder of Christianity in one of the greatest cities in the world. Jesus didn't give up on Mark, and he won't give up on you. So don't let your past mistakes define you. Keep trusting in the Lord and His perfect plan for your life. Jesus, thank you for being as faithful to me as you were to St. Mark.